Hi. We're in a different place. Sorry. You see my pile of wood? That was there when I came here. Yeah, there are going to be birds chirping and you can hear the highway. I'm not like in the middle of nowhere, okay? I'm in a cabin in the woods, but there are people nearby. I don't know why I'm giving this right here. Birds, highways, the sun going above me, the lighting's going to change. There's going to be a lot of noise. Let me try to zoom you in better. So things have been crazy. Obviously, like that's an understatement of the year, but I am currently here on a very personal level. My roommate has been driving me like insane. Like, you know, when you're around someone and you can't stop feeling tense? That's me right now, and I'm the kind of person that I'm not afraid of conflict, but instead of like getting really upset or yelling at someone, I would rather leave the situation. So I am here in a cabin. Kira, wait, look, she's got a bandana. Oh my gosh, she hates that. Okay. But yeah, a lot of stuff has been going on a personal level and local and global level. Again, understatement. That's an understatement to say a lot has been going on. So my grandpa built this cabin like over 50 years ago, and when my grandpa died, he gave it to my aunt, who's like my favorite aunt, and I asked her if there was any chance I'd be able to come to this cabin to get away from the city and mostly from my roommate. Protests have been going on in where I live, and that wasn't the issue. I wanted to stay for protests, but then like for my mental health, it's like there's so much. Everyone's just trying to do what they need to do to take care of themselves, and I'm trying to do what I need to take care of myself. It's been very peaceful being here, seeing Kira running around unhappy in the woods, being a dog. Anyways, enough about me. So, welcome. I'm Angela. We're in a different location as usual, and I was thinking that I would show you all the makeup that I brought with me to a cabin in the middle of the woods. I kind of brought a lot because I drove over here and I was really safe with like social distancing and stuff. Wasn't a long drive, thankfully, and I was able to bring a lot of makeup. I brought all my Pando's eyeshadows and Pan That palette things. So I'm gonna go in order of my makeup routine, and let's start there. This is all the makeup I brought. I know. Well, at least it all fits in this little bin, but yeah. Beginning with primers. I'm using the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer to try and fill in pores. And then for moisturizing my skin, because I mixed these both together, I am using the Good Sarah. I'm using Good Sarah Holika Holika. I want to try more from Holika Holika, but it's like you don't see it in stores in America. I'm trying new things now that, like, I'm still in quarantine. No one's going to see my makeup if it sucks. I hear like creatures. But I noticed the concealer I have right now is pretty dry. So I've been adding moisturizer underneath my eyes, on my under eyes, and that's been helping a lot. Anyways, primer. Then I've been doing kind of like concealer first. It's okay, this is the concealer that's pretty dry. Sorry, that was like a giant bird flying through the woods. It's the can't stop, won't stop. But yeah, it's pretty dry, but it's also very full coverage from what I know. I do this underneath, not on top of my foundation. I'm almost done with this Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream. So now, lately, I've been mixing these two together. This is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer. I have the shade Vanilla and Fair 2W, and I've been mixing these together. Then I'm planning to mix it with this Juvia's Place foundation I bought like a few months ago. This one's Vienna 700. If you know the name of the birds that are chirping, let me know. Because I'd like to say hi to them. Okay, I'm going to get up close. Do you like the eyeshadow I'm doing? There are a few colors from my Pan That palette. One's in my eyebrows and the other one was just setting my primer. But on my Pan That eyeshadow, you can see my butt. I'm sorry. But I have my, like, a couple of my Pando's eyeshadows on my eyes. I have Tron, which is that like greeny blue shimmer. And I have San in my outer corner, as you can see, in Rise and Grind, on in my above my inner corner. After I do foundation, I set it with, okay, so it's the Maybelline Fit Me, but it's a concoction of, from memory, there is a powder I got from TJ Maxx. I don't remember the brand name, but the powder is like pure white. And there's powder from Fenty's loose powder in here. And there is, I got a Bare Minerals sample set, I think from Sephora, that was like 500 points to get. And I dumped all of the Bare Minerals powder in here. So it is a mix of 4 different powders for sure. This like potion of loose setting powder works really well. I got an e.l.f. package that I just like threw in my car and didn't open until I got here. And I got a little setting powder from e.l.f. sample. I haven't tried this, so don't ask about it. Don't. After I set my face, I bronze. I bronze with the Butter Bronzer, and I hit pan on like May 31st. I want to finish it one day. I feel like I'm talking so much. I do all of that, and I bronze my face, and I used to immediately do blush and highlighter and then move on to my eyes. But lately I've been just doing the bronzer and then moving on to eyeshadow and deciding blush and highlighter based off what I decide for my eyeshadow. And I've been really enjoying that. I have this like crappy concealer here. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so it's the Maybelline Dream Brightening Creamy Concealer. It's like, it is creamy, but I just don't like it as a traditional concealer. So I have been using it as an eye primer. I forgot to mention beauty blenders. They're really nasty. Hi, Kira. You want to come up here? She's super happy to be out here. Oh, I love you too. So beauty, I use a beauty. I use the beauty bender. Let's go back to eyeshadow. So I have 7 palettes alone for my Pan That slash Those palette slash eyeshadows. And I haven't really bought eyeshadow in a while, and I don't remember the last time I did buy eyeshadow. I was really passionate about Jay Kissa's collaboration with e.l.f. And look at, this is how I decorated it. I get emotional thinking about it because all of my dogs in my life have been rescues. The amount of dogs and cats that are put down because there's not enough room in the shelters is like a large number. And I'm really passionate also about pit bulls and trying to get the bans lifted off of them because, you know, so many pit bulls that I've met, and I used to be a dog walker and I would walk and take care of a lot of pit bulls. So many pit bulls are just complete sweeties. In my experience, I know every dog's different, but it feels like pit bulls naturally just want to cuddle and like take care of their human. So it breaks my heart, like the history pit bulls have had with people that have trained them awfully and, you know, made them do dog fighting and awful things. Like, I'm getting way too into it. And I've always wanted to support Jay Kissa. I ordered this and I brought it with me so that I can like experiment with it here and decorate my palette. I wouldn't have gotten it if I didn't like the colors, but look, it's like, you know, a beautiful rainbow palette. Can you see the cabin? Oh my god, Do you see my setup? I need like a tripod for phones, but you know, this works. I love all the colors. I want to support yeeaaaaaahhhh. I want to support the cause. For me, this was great. And it was 20 bucks or something. And I got a coupon online, so it wasn't 20 bucks. It was like, this is worth it for me. But then my other palettes are all my Pandat slash those palette slash eyeshadows projects. So Main Squeeze, Brown Sugar, Orangey Glad. Those are all my ColourPop. Then I got the Kaleidos, Futurism, got this one. I have the Berries and Cream from Dominique Cosmetics, the Tribe by Juvia's Place, the 39S Such a Gem palette from Morphe. What's making me want to do so many looks that like experiment with color mixing is because of the amount of colorful palettes I have. All of these palettes are very colorful. You know, I have the whole rainbow, and the Morphe palette is a lot of pinks, reds, and purples. Oh, so I'll just talk about my dirty brushes right now. Here are all my brushes, and I did get the yeeaaaaaahhhh brush set as well. It was so worth it. But I have Cleonad brushes too. Oop, this isn't a brush. This is my lip gloss for lip gloss. This was part of the Bare Minerals set I got from Sephora. It's Pout. It's Pout. Okay. Sephora, Morphe, ColourPop, Elf, and one Sonia whatever brush. SK, that's all I can see. And that is pretty much it. Cleonad. I like my brushes. This is all the stuff that I brought with me. I have more crap, but whatever. So after I do my eyeshadow, I move on to blush. So first off, I brought a blush palette from Ofra, which I love. I was surprised that more people didn't talk about it. So I only saw Raw Beauty Christy talk about this palette, but like look at, and you can see which ones I've used a lot. That one, that one, that one. But I brought this one because it's my blush palette that I use pretty much every day. And then this is where, you know, you might like get mad at me, but I don't know. I was accidentally shipped this. It was in my order that I had made to Sephora. Everything else was correct about this package that I got from Sephora. All of my other purchases, like I wasn't missing anything. It was just that this was in the package too. And I was so confused, really confused. I didn't know who Charlotte Tilbury was, really. And it was early on in my makeup journey, and I was just like, what? And I was given like the deep one, I think, which is crazy that this is considered the deep version. But there's a highlighter, a bronzer, and two blushes that I use as toppers. So this is like the Glowgasm face palette. So I was accidentally sent this, and I decided to keep it because this is where I'm like, please don't judge me. I don't really feel bad because it's Sephora. That sounds so awful, but I was like, I don't really feel bad. Like, if this was a small business that had accidentally sent me a $70 plus item, I would contact them. But since it's Sephora and like $72 or whatever is not that much to them, I was like, I don't mind keeping it. For some people that might be like really morally corrupt, but for me personally, it's not that bad. I don't know. I at first didn't really care about this palette actually. I just liked the highlighter. And then over time, I'm like, oh, all of these are amazing. I've been watching a lot of thrillers, and like that's not good for when you're alone in a cabin, but it's fun, you know. And then again, those have highlighters in them, but I'm crazy and need to bring other highlighters. I'm escaping to this cabin for I don't know how long, and it's turning out to be, it's gonna be a month, I think. I wanted to bring like everything that would keep me comfortable. My mom got these for me for Christmas. They're the Kaleidos Space Age highlighters. And I got the number 2 and the number 3. This one's a pinkier highlighter that's pretty glittery actually. I don't know if like you want to see. And then this one's like a champagne-y. It's beautiful. This Too Faced Hyper Reflective Highlighting Palette, which is like the ice cream one, I got at TJ Maxx, and before they were like really rude to Nikki tutorials. I tend to be pretty tolerant about drama-y things, but it's just like they do a lot of weird shit. This highlighter palette I got for like 12 bucks at TJ Maxx. I mostly got it for the packaging because like one day when this stuff is gone, I can still have the package. I don't know, it's so cute. Like I could use it for something, right? Or like keep putting things in it. The highlighters are okay. These are very glittery. It is not for the subtle. So after highlighter, okay, but first off, let me get this out of the way. This is a Miracle Matte Universal Finishing Powder. The lettering is worn away, but this is Flower Beauty. I use this when I've had my makeup on for a while and I need to like set down my face again. Not exciting. Literally a product to help my oily face not look ugly as hell. At some point I do my eyebrows and I use a shadow from here called Henna to put color in my eyebrows, and I use a brow gel. I have a Benefit sample of the Gimme Brow, and then I brought 3 cream gel eyeliners. These are from the Balm. There's a purpley maroony one, and then there's a black one, and I have a ColourPop bright yellow one, which works okay. I only use these in my waterline. After doing all of that, I usually set my face. Probably use too much of it. I like this as a setting spray. So I set my face, and then I usually pick from my lip products. Let me like go in here. I brought 6 lip glosses. Let me like not have an ugly hand. I brought like 6 lip glosses of varying shades and finishes. I brought my 2 Fenty mini lip glosses, which I love. Then I brought with me 2 ColourPop lip glosses. I brought this one because this is Champagne Mommy, which I got in a mystery bag, and I panned it, I finished it, I scraped everything out of it, and that's part of why I brought it with me. It is like, it's really beautiful. It's like pinky, goldy, but like not too crazy. And then this one is Wolfie, which is like a purpley lip gloss that I use sometimes when I'm feeling wild. I got my Bare Minerals sample. I have an Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss that's bright orange. And that's my lip glosses alone. Why'd you bring so many? And then I have a lime crime mini of Cindy that's like a brown. I really do like this, and it's a beautiful just like brown. So I got that one. I got Spiced Petal from Flower Beauty, a nice neutral, and I'm almost done with it. I'm almost done, and that's part of another reason why I brought this one, because I'm trying to finish it. And then I brought 2 Jesta tints. They are from one of the sets. I think it's the coconut set, but I have the Gimme S'more and Cherry Pickin', and I have a other Jesta tint set that's the peach set, and I loved it. Like, these don't last a while, but they're so easy, just and then like you're good to go. And I thought this would be great up in the woods, in a cabin in the middle of the woods, you know? Could be great. And honestly, after lips, that's all I have. Oh wait, after lips, I usually do mascara. And I have like the first high-end mascara I ever bought, which is the Better Than Sex mascara, because again, everyone's like, wow, it's the best. And now I'm like, I don't really care. From the Bare Minerals set I got from Sephora, I got Lashtopia, this mascara. So I brought this just in case I ran out of this, which this has been lasting forever. So I don't know when this is gonna stop, like, having stuff in it. I don't know. Like, I use this every day and it's not stopping. So I have this as a backup in case it runs out, which I don't believe it will run out. There's too much going on. This is all the makeup I brought with me to a cabin in the middle of the woods. This is probably like 50% of my collection, or it's definitely not all of my eyeshadow palettes. I'm missing stuff. Like, I don't have everything and I kind of miss some of it, but honestly, I've been really happy with just this. I don't know. I guess I just gotta remember that I don't need much. Like, for some, this might be a lot, but for me, this is about half of my collection right now. I hope this was somewhat interesting. I hope you enjoyed me being in the woods, and I'm really enjoying it. And it's been really healing, I would say, and helpful for me to be here. And I just do art and makeup and talk to like people I love, and trying to help with the Black Lives Movement from here. I'm taking an online course as well, and that's been really great. So I'm studying to become an art teacher, and this class is all about art history and teaching that to your students. And I love art history, and a lot of what's been going on, it's been really helpful to just look through art, if that makes sense. So I'll put a lot of black artists that are like painters, fabric artists, sculptors that I personally love, and I'll put them here. And if you're interested in art, I'd hope you check them out. I've been able to process a lot of what's going on by looking at their art and respecting and understanding the history of our country through their art. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's, like I said, it's been helping me, and maybe it'll help other people. But I'm gonna go, and I love you. I don't know who you are, but assuming you're a really kind human being, I love you and I'm gonna miss you. I'll see you next video, and I hope you're taking care of yourself mentally and physically, and just do what you gotta do, okay? Yeah. Bye, okay?
What? What? Hi. Hey, baby. Oh, she got mud on her. You falling asleep? That's not allowed.